a perk. Singing is an attitude. You gotta change your attitude and swing. Too afraid to lose her once so long ago. I'd rather you not answer. Big fish, small pond. Yeah, I'm a big fish, small pond. Day's free and the night's long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. I'm as famous, I'm as famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. I am laughing already because did you see what happened? The first one in tonight was Mandar. Oh my God. And he slid in so quickly. Usually it's Danielle. It was Mandar, and he goes first. He just yells first. And then Danielle came in like a millisecond after. And then Eddie comes in, Eddie Kutu, and goes second. I love this. This is so funny that people are flying in. Pew, 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 pew. It's like laser beams of guests. I mean, of people watching. They've been our guests before, but this is just fantastic. Okay, so happy Tuesday. Yes, Eddie. Happy Tuesday. Top three, Danielle. That's a wonderfully, that's a nice civil way to put it. Top three. That is perfect. Darius Frowner. Hi, Darius. Mandar, look who's here. Darius, you know Mandar loves Darius. Everybody is stuck home in the snow making blizzard babies. Listen, I am not making any blizzard babies. I am doing a show, but God bless everyone who is making the blizzard baby. Now, Mandar's in New Jersey, as is Darius. Is it snowing heavy there? What's going on? Let us know. Type it in. Yes, the fabulous Darius Nefarious. That's what he calls you, Darius. I don't know if you know that, but when you were playing, he would run over to me and say Darius Nefarious. So, Eddie, what's it like in Rocky Hill, Connecticut? Let us know, because in New York City, we got a few flakes today. I was at a rehearsal with Lynn Portas, genius, and but there was just a few flakes, really turning to rain, most of it. But you know, I love snow as I grew up in New England. As you know, I grew up in Boston, so I love snow. But this year was just like a washout. But for New York, but for other cities and towns. What's it like in Long Island, D? What's going on out there? Oh my God, my handsome cousin John Savino. John. Oh my God, I love John so much. He's the best guy ever. And he's like so amazing. Totally takes my dad shopping and does a million things and buys sandwiches and for everybody, and just the best guy. John, you are a godsend. You get the official godsend sticker of What's the Story with Maria. I couldn't say enough about my cousin John. Okay, oh my God, so much is happening here. Eddie says, Eddie, oh, there's Brian Johnson. We went to high school together. Brian's a great guy, works for the NYPD, and the Stoneham Police Department in Massachusetts, and also an amazing DJ. Brian, I hope you can make it to my show in May. I would love it if you were there. That would be so amazing. Jean E. Craigie has joined us. She is the town moderator at in Stoneham. Jean also takes incredible pictures of the town and other things and posts them. I just big fan of Jean's. Let me see. Okay, D says in Long Island, just flurries as well. Yeah, but who's getting hit then? Oh my God, Stephanie Greco. We went to high school together. Stephanie, do you realize that you were the first ticket sold for the Maria Gentile Bringing It Back to Beantown show? I looked at the roster. You were number one of ticket buyers for that show. You shall always remain my first ticket sold for the hometown show. So yes, John Savino, my cousin, John says Gene is amazing. I agree. I agree. Brian, drive with me. Yes. Oh my God, Gene, what a good idea, Brian. You can't let Jeannie Craigie down, can you? No, you cannot. I wouldn't have the heart to do that. She's fantastic. Kenny Holcomb says, "Hey Maria, hey Kenny Holcomb. Kenny, I got to tell you, your posts lately, they're always fabulous, but they're even more fabulous lately. Yeah, just Kenny writes the most really cool stuff. He lives in Tennessee, and he's in close to Nashville. So there's so much interesting stuff happening down there. And Kenny will put a little, he will put a little really funny meme up there and stuff like that. Really clever stuff. So I appreciate that, Kenny. Stephanie Greco, I need a gold star. You will get a gold star the night of the show. Stephanie, that is a promise from me. And I can hear you laughing, even though I can't, but I know you laugh. So I can hear you laughing now. Stephanie has an amazing laugh. And when we did Grease, which Mario Cantone directed many, many years ago, because we were all friends, Stephanie was Cha-Cha Di Gregorio. She was the best dancer in our class. So, and still is, I'm sure. Okay, so we have so many amazing people. Oh my God, this is like a cavalcade of amazing tonight. All right, so if anybody has anything to report that I should know about. All right, Brian says, fine, Gene. So that is a deal. You can't say no to Gene Craig. Gene E. Craigie does not take no for an answer. What is the date again? Thursday, May 18th, 7:30 at Club Cafe. It is a stunning club on Columbus Avenue in Boston. It's close to the South End. And it's a beautiful, 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 pristine venue. And I have the back room, which is called the Moonshine Room. And it holds 100. That is the capacity. And I will tell you, a third of the seats are already sold. And it's 2 months away. So make your reservations ASAP. But Stephanie Greco wins the gold star for number one. Now, is there a Sox game that day too? I'm sure there will be. Lynn Portas, genius, is my musical director. Who else would it be? And we had a wonderful rehearsal today. We had so much fun. We rehearsed for about an hour at Ripley Greer Studios, which is, I can't say enough about that place. It's just still affordable, still amazing. It's a great studio in New York City, right near Times Square. So we rehearsed there. We had a wonderful time. And so I am very much looking forward to it. It will be songs, of course, stories, funny stories, some sentiment, and a lot of sentiment, as I put it, sentimental journeys, songs, stories, and sentimental journeys. Because as I am going through the people that I'm inviting, I realize that I have people from literally grammar school, middle school, junior high, as we call it in Massachusetts, high school, shows I've done, family. It's incredible, like the amount of people and the eclectic gathering of people. And I realize it's like all parts of my history and my life. So there are going to be a lot of beautiful stories. And really, I hold you all so dear to me. And I am so proud to be from where I am. And I'm proud of all the beautiful friendships that I've made over the years. And so you will be honored. Okay, let me see. Kenny Holcomb says, I may be in New York the 1st through the 5th. We'll confirm tomorrow. Please let me know, because we are going to get together and do some really fun stuff. All right, Rena Crignali Berge, my cousin, has said she already made reservations, and I'm sure there'll be more people coming, because she is a starter of great things, and she's told many people. Who is this up on the screen? I believe it's Chauncey Dandridge, Mr. March, and your What's the Story with Maria calendar. Oh my God. So we still have a couple. I have a couple left. Not a lot though, because they did discontinue this model and we're not reordering anymore. So this is Chauncey Dandridge, who is my dear friend. And also, he's one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet in your life. He is also one of the best DJs in New York City. Brian, he is the Brian Johnson of New York City. So he's an amazing DJ, an amazing human being, and just really knows a lot of great music. He also has a few songs on Spotify right now that have over 1 million streams. So one is Disco Brothers, one is called The Delight, and the other one, I will not tell you the name of it. It's a little controversial, but for good reason. Once you find him, then you'll see the rest of it. But there's also a video out with his stuff, and he with Van Hector. They are two co-songwriters that have done great. They write dance music. Basically, it's really, really, really fun stuff. You would actually really like it, Brian. You should look them up. You would like it a lot. Okay, so Macarena in the Snowy Mix, Oh my God. Do you see what Mandar said about you, Rena? Mandar Chick Magnet. In case you don't know Mandar, that's what I named Mandar. Chick Magnet, because he is always surrounded by beautiful girls. I don't know what the hell is happening there. He is a chick magnet everywhere he goes in the country, in the world. There are pretty girls dancing. You know why? Because he is a dancer. It just dawned on me. There was a guy that we grew up with. I won't say his name right now, but he was a guy that we grew up with. He wasn't related to us or anything, but he was at every damn wedding. And I realized once I said something to someone, who is this guy? Like, is he related to us? He's just at every wedding. And I can't remember which one of my cousins it was, maybe Cora. Maybe it was Louisa. I don't know, but one of my aunts or cousins said, oh, we invite him because he's a great dancer. So word to the wise, if you want to be invited places, be a great dancer. If you want to be a chick magnet, as my Uncle John was, Maurice's dad and John John's dad, John, you'll vouch for me here. My Uncle John was an amazing dancer, and he was always surrounded by pretty girls because of it. So listen up, get those dancing feet ready. And that's how you make friends and attract beautiful people around you. Speaking of beautiful people, I just saw that Eudania Mesa Dominguez just popped on. Why do your hands always have to cover your mouth when you say Mandar Chick Magnet? Because I am shouting it from the highest mountain, honey. You see, she's already giving me direction. Mandar Chick Magnet. That's why. Just like I go, Lynn Portas, genius, or I go, Leo Rodriguez. That is my way of shouting it from the highest mountain.
Somebody
Oh my
called?
God. There you are.
Hi.
There you are, Leo Rodriguez.
I heard that from the highest mountain.
Okay, and you actually are in the highest mountain.
I am.
So tell everybody
Not highest,
who
but
you are.
we are 5,000 feet above sea level here in Idlewild, California, where we're getting rain too.
Are you
Coast to
did you get
coast.
snow though the last couple of weeks?
We got
right?
snow. We've definitely have. Oh, I should have brought up the picture. But we are definitely closer to out of our drought than we've ever been.
Oh my God, that's the silver lining.
It's the silver line. Hey, the earth has to heal itself, right? So, and tonight we're getting a lot of rain. So a lot of people are, especially in Northern California, and probably Big Bear, where they're still buried. Well, the Sierras are buried under 8 feet of snow.
Wow.
Still, but that goes into our reservoirs. That goes into our.
Oh my God, that's
You know?
such a great thing.
It goes into our coffee when we make our
Let's
coffee
talk
out of
about.
our mug.
But I do want to say a shout out to Gail Bregner. We also went to high school together. She is an incredible person. Hi, Gail, and she's probably the biggest Barry Manilow fan I've ever met in my life. She is a Fanilow. She was a Fanilow before I even knew what Fanilows were. So shout out to Gail Brebner. And my cousin John says Dad was a chick magnet. Yes, he was. My Uncle Johnny, my mother's brother, was a total chick magnet. Total. All right, so here we go. We do have merchandise. We'll go through it quickly because we want to bring on a guest. These are your Maria mugs. They are $10.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, keep eating. And there's my my face on that. A much younger version of me, a very much younger version of me. But I'm not changing it right now. I kind of like it. We'll go with it. I'm going to get my headshots
It's porcelain.
done. Soon I'm going to get
Porcelain
my headshots
you.
done. Porcelain me.
Porcelain you. It's
Oh, I love
smooth.
that. Thank you. Speaking of headshots, I have two incredible photographers. If anybody's looking for photographers, Shannon Rackow of Shannon Rackow Photography. I will post that after the show. Amazing, great friend of mine, does beautiful pictures, headshots, and also our friend Billy Goffey, who will probably run away as we say it, because he's always like, what? That's very good, very good. He takes amazing headshots. He did my headshots, and he does a lot of great headshots. So if you need headshots, I know the spring is coming.
He is one of my favorite New York pitas.
He is something else. I'll tell you
Yep,
that.
he's a pita. Pain
Yeah.
in the. Anyway, how are we doing?
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so Leo, let's continue with the merchandise. Not much left. Just our piece. Oh, I know this has been discontinued because they don't have it on the website. I mean, on the site that we order from anymore. This color, the tote
But
bag.
you still have a
I have
couple
4
left?
left.
Oh wow!
So if you want it, this is $10 as well, and it's actually really strong material. Leo has.
You can get 2 gallons of a full jug in there, like of milk and a jug of water. You can get and carry that, and they stretch. They seem to shrink when you wash them, but they stretch back out again
when you put stuff in them.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Well, that's that, and then of course we have our blue apron, our nothing but the apron.
That started a
trend of nudity amongst our friends, and already we have
comfortability.
Yes, that's right. Loose fitting garments. So
That's
this
right.
is $25. It's worth every penny because
you want to feel comfortable when you're cooking bacon, but you don't want to,
Right. So once again, a shout out to
Annette knows. Annette cooks all the time.
Annette. No, oh, Annette, by the way, sent me a beautiful calendar from her business, which she's in produce.
I have it on my wall.
I have it in my kitchen.
Zito.
I love it. And did you see this month the asparagus soup? Doesn't that look delicious?
Yes, it does.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it one night for the show, and tell everybody that Annette creates these gorgeous recipes.
Okay. I love creamy soups like that. Asparagus soup, cream with it. There's all like artichoke soup, things like that.
Oh my
broccoli
God.
soup.
My mother used to make cauliflower soup
Mm.
way before cauliflower was any trendy thing. She used to make this amazing cauliflower soup with like crushed red peppers and a little bit of olive oil and like just some basil and different spices. Rena, do you guys know this recipe? Oh man, I watched my mother make so many things. I didn't write them down. I used to just watch her make them. Okay, so Gail Bredman says, oh yay, hi Maria, love you. I am going to meet him in Platinum Experience April 25th.
Wow.
She's meeting Barry Manilow. That's a dream come true because she is the original Manilow.
Can you imagine that he used to play for Bette Midler at the Ritz?
Yep.
That seedy little bathhouse.
Yes.
That
that's Bathhouse Betty. That was one of her albums.
Yep.
That was her name.
And I was watching Rita Moreno do a version of, what was she doing? The Puerto Rican mama from Gypsy. And she would do it with a Puerto Rican accent.
Yeah.
And that's how she got to do it at the Ritz. How she got in the movie, The Ritz.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How cool is that? Yeah, there's so amazing New York stories. Now, Rena appreciated that we said a trend of nudity, but Rena, it's the truth. I mean, as my sister said, Jesus Christ, Dallin, only you could get people to take their clothes off and no money. I said, I don't even ask them anymore. They volunteer. As a matter of fact, Leo knows we already have half of next year's calendar called for, spoken for. Like, I want this month and I want this month. I don't even tell them what to do. They send us pictures. Leo combs through them.
And it looks like next year we're going to be bigger and better.
Bigger and better, as we should be. As we grow, we're growing. We're growing.
Yep. So our calendar size must as well.
That's it. All right. So now that we have all our amazing, say his name and he appears, said Danielle. Danielle is so funny. Yes, Leo. I said Leo's name and he did appear. Okay. What is this we're looking at? It's phenomenal. Kitsch Annette, 2023 red carpet menus for Oscars. Our next guest is not just our next guest. She has been a reoccurring guest on the show, and she is our Oscar queen. She is an amazing chef, really funny person. She is our friend. We love her, and we bring her on every year.
It's a
after the Oscars.
tradition.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we bring her off, look who's joined us, Mr. November 2022, Peter Feliciano. I want December again.
I don't
Well,
know if
you
I
had
can take that
November.
apron.
You had November, Peter. Peter, one more thing. My sister, of course, has a calendar in her shop. She has a hair salon, and she has a calendar up in the back room. She said that they are all so in love with your wife, Elaine, who is Miss January 2023, who we just are crazy about. But they are so crazy about her at European Flair in West Concord that they have refused to change the picture.
What? It's still January in
It's still
Concord?
January in West Concord, Massachusetts, because all the hairdressers are in love with Elaine.
I don't know. I don't know if I can take another editing with the apron going higher on Peter.
Well, the Felicianos, you know how they are. They will burn up the damn screen.
Let me
I
tell
know.
you, that was
I know. Of course.
that was some
who would-
magic tape holding up that.
You're
apron.
right. You said the right thing. Of course, who would? So, and it's all girls at the shop. It's not that it's, guys. It's all straight women that are in love with Elaine. They're not changing the picture. They refuse. My sister told me to tell you. So.
Well, I have to say, Peter Feliciano is my birthday twin,
Oh, that's
but
right.
he got the better DNA.
I don't know about
He
that.
brewed a year. He brewed one more year later. He brewed another 365 days, and that's what happened.
Peter. Oh, wait. Hey, Peter, by the way, we need to talk because Peter is an amazing jewelry designer as well as many other things. And he has a whole new line of beautiful design. So, Peter, look at your calendar in April. Let's get you on the show to show off your beautiful jewelry, okay? All right. I only have 3 of your mom's recipe written down, not the cauliflower soup. I wish I had more, said Rena. I know, Rena, we didn't write things down back then. We just assumed we would remember
A pinch of that, a pinch of that. You need this, you need that.
Or we assumed that they would be able to, we'd be able to call them. I used to call my mother constantly for recipes.
Yeah, but how many times did the old folk leave something essential out of the recipe in order to make sure that they still had the best recipe?
Oh, I would do that too. I would never leave my recipes. Ever. Speaking of recipes, speaking of the greatest recipes of all time, who is here with us? Annette Zito of Kitchenette. Put your hands together.
Hello.
Annette,
I'm here.
You are not just here, but look at your gorgeous apartment.
Thank you.
Annette usually comes here and is hanging out with and brings all this food, but we have a crazy thing happening in my neighborhood, as it does often happen. There's a film. They're shooting a film, which they shoot a lot of films in my neighborhood. And all the streets are, I had to park my car 2 days ago because all the streets are taken up with big trucks and all. And I said, oh shit, and how isn't that going to, she's not going to find parking. I'm going to tow her. So she is coming live from her gorgeous apartment.
In Hartsdale, New York.
Love it. Love it. Annette, thank you for joining us. This might be
Thank you.
Is this the 4th year that you've joined us?
I think so.
I think it is. First year you were on with Dominic. The
And Lavinia.
second year, Lavinia.
Oh, I thought both years, but
Oh, really?
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Maybe Dominic popped on yeah. So Dominic and Lavinia, and then last year, but in-house, you were in-house.
Yeah.
Last year you were in-house and they popped, and then this year it's just you because Annette, it's just Annette. That's all we need.
That's all you need.
That's all you
Hi,
need.
everybody.
So Annette, for people that don't know you, and there are a few people out there, tell them how you came to do this, what you do, and all that stuff.
Well, Kitchenette Red Carpet Menus. It was 1995, and David Letterman was hosting the Oscars. And I had a friend who decided I should throw a party. I don't know where the genesis of let's take the Best Picture nominations and create dishes came from, but so it started. And it just has steamrolled every year. Along the way, I started a blog, Kitchenette. I became Kitchenette. And it just was the perfect joining of what I was doing anyway, and cooking, which is a big family food business thing. So now the way it goes is you take all the best picture nominations. You have to make a dish that relates back to the movie. You have to make a play on words to the title of the movie for the dish. And then it has to cohesively fit together so that it's like one theme of food. So if you took away the movies, you would serve it all together. So it's a fun little puzzle that I have to put together every year.
Oh my God.
Which I could never do without the help of so many people. In fact, there's a special guest star on tonight who came up with one of the dishes that was ingenious and mortifying that I didn't do it on my own, that I didn't even think of it.
Do we
based
have
on being
clearance
in
for this
produce.
person?
Do we have what?
Do we have clearance for this person to be on the show?
Yeah, I got some clearance and some signed releases.
Who is that rascally rabbit? Who might it be?
It might be someone that starts with an L.
And ends
Ends
with the.
with Yeah. Leo had a big play in my menu.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Okay, Annette, I'm just going to let you take it away. You don't need me to interrupt you. I'm going to let you do your thing. Please tell us what you want to tell us about what you created this year.
Okay, so as Leo brings it up, I'll speak to it. So instead of the Fablemans, we've got the Eaglemans. Devour every morsel. And that is mini eggs Benedicts.
Oh,
If anyone saw the movie, Benny was the guy the mom had a thing with who was the dad's best friend. So I did it directly for him.
Annette, those look delicious.
They were really good, I have to say.
God.
They're really simple. It's like, Canadian bacon and a little puff pastry, put a little like an egg mixture and then dollop with a little hollandaise.
Yeah, but you say it looks simple, but it's not simple. It's simple for you, but these look so gorgeous. You guys,
Thank
Rena,
you.
can you see making these? I bet Rena could make these.
No, they're scary easy. I'm telling you, I bought the puff pastry. I didn't make it.
I know,
Just
but
shove it
still.
into things and take your little half moon and shove it in and
That's the way
put some
Italians
egg in.
talk
and-
about recipes. Shove
and
it
then
in
I
the
have,
thing.
yeah, I mean, it
I
looks
love
so
it.
much nicer than it, it's easy. And then the hollandaise was hollandaise in a minute, which I had another video for, which you just 1, 2, 3, throw it together, keep whisking that sucker, throw it in the microwave for like 30 seconds and
Wow.
whisk and plop it together. So it was easy.
Beautiful. Okay,
That
so
was
this is
that was an appetizer.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Leo. Bring something up. We'll continue along. I don't want to say something that. Okay, another appetizer. Try fungi of goodness for triangle of sadness.
Oh, I love this.
And 3 fungi, which is not 3 mushrooms. So I took button mushrooms because of the way the movie was, and there was the
Yeah.
highbrow people that everyone got flipped.
Whoa.
I have the highbrow truffle butter finishing off a stuffed cremini that has garlic and spinach and feta and cut up button mushrooms, which are the basic everyman mushroom.
God,
I went through, that's the trifungi of goodness.
that's fantastic.
They were really good. I have to.
Oh my God, I love mushrooms too. I'm a big
Those
fan
are
of
good.
mushrooms.
And no breadcrumbs, but yet satisfyingly stuffed.
Oh yeah. I
Might
love
even
that.
be keto good.
I was just looking at that. If you don't have breadcrumbs, that is totally
No,
keto friendly.
not at
I'm
all.
still on it. I'm hanging on by
You
a
go, girl.
thread. I'm trying. I got a wedding coming up.
You got to do it. Yes.
Whisk it and shove it in. Serena's laughing. Rena, because Annette, I mean, how else would you say that? She just said it. Whisk it and shove it in. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, what's this, Annette?
This is the salad. Oh, every spring, every chev, all in one. And I predicted this would be the best picture winner, and I
Did
was
you?
correct. I did. I knew it would win. Hold on, I'm gonna lose you for. I can't reach. And I have the salad with me.
Oh,
It's nice that we-
wow.
And it's got we've got a mescaline greens every spring. Hold on, I gotta
Yes.
put my ear back in, or else I'm not gonna hear things. Every spring mix, every chev, we've got some goat cheese, all in one. So we have sweet dates, we have pistachios, and then a dressing made from everything bagel seasoning. Because if you saw the movie, the whole world is an everything bagel. or the multiverse. So
Oh, I
that became the
love
salad. And
that.
it's all thanks to my friend Andy Luke, because he just snapped out every spring mix. It's like,
Oh,
bing, thank you.
I love that. That's
So
really
that became
great.
the delicious salad for the evening.
Yeah. And oh my
Hold
God,
on.
that's beautiful.
There you are.
All
I
right,
knocked
good.
you out.
I didn't feel a thing.
Let's see.
I didn't feel a thing.
Mama
Look at
gonna
that.
knock you out.
You know, my grandmother used to say that. How funny is
How
that?
she's gonna knock you out?
Mama gonna knock you out.
That's a song.
I know, but my grandmother for some reason knew that.
I love that your grandmother would know that.
She was 101 when she died, but like
Yes.
a few years before that, like maybe when she was 98, she used to do that to me.
I love her for that.
Isn't that funny? I haven't heard that since she's done it. Mama gonna knock you out.
Well, maybe
She
she just flowed through to say
Yeah,
hi.
I think she did. Well, Danielle will confirm. Danielle and Annette, you two are going to get to know each other because you understand the stuff.
I love
Wom-
that. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. What
Women
is this?
talking is women squashing because they squash the men.
Oh,
So, and there was also a cornfield, like the kids were playing in the cornfield. So it's squash and squash corn cakes. So they're made with
wow.
cornmeal, but they also have corn in them, and then zucchini squash.
Friggin' leavable.
I finished them off with a little creme fraiche for the picture.
Oh, that's fantastic. And are those chives?
No,
around-
those are just more zucchini,
Oh, that's beautiful.
just chopped up for the prettiness of it all. But they're just, and I fried them in oil, but you can make them like pancakes as well. So you can crisp them
Yeah.
up in the oil so
They
they would
kind of
be.
look like latkes, right?
Well, that was the other funny part, that by the end of the movie, which is a true story, and if you haven't seen it yet, you're late. Everything's a spoiler alert. They
That's
leave
okay.
and they're going on a journey and they don't know where they're going to go. So it's almost like frying in oil, like the Jewish people on the road.
Right,
And
right.
I felt like that was also like a good thing. You could put those in your sack and you could keep eating them because, they're fresh.
Wow, I love that.
Played into it. I
Did
didn't
you-
want to be too whimsical because it really is a true story what these women endured.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do? Because at first it was like women talking, women stalking. Was like, haha, they're not stalking anybody.
Right,
So I didn't want
right.
to do that. But the corn played in anyway.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
And they're good.
All right. I guess what now Jeannie just said I watched that movie today. It was a bit bizarre. Which movie, Jeannie? Type in which movie. I
Yeah.
bet you're gonna say Everything
Triangle.
Everywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
Everything
well,
Everywhere. Yeah, that's another cuckoo one. Avatar. All right. I didn't see this movie. I didn't see the other Avatar.
I saw the first one. I liked it a lot.
I couldn't get into it. And then this one came out. I was like, seriously? And then it was here. I was like, no, come on. So, but then this just came in. It was also with my friend Andy's help for Avatar, The Way of Water, Avotar with crab in water. And I made an avocado soup with fresh crab and
Oh my
cucumber
God.
and chives. The chives are here.
Oh my God. Annette, can you just stop for a second? And everybody from your home say, oh my God. Tell me again what this is.
It's an avocado, a cold avocado, chilled avocado soup. It is
Crab?
the bomb. I can't even pretend.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
so easy. It's like vegetable broth, lime, salt. I think I use white pepper just so you don't get the dark pepper. It's got a little
Yeah.
more interesting flavor. And then just mash up your avocados in that. Use a blender. I used a hand blender. You're done.
Wow.
And you could like put it together, throw it in a bowl, and then it was just fresh crab that
Oh
you
my
could just buy in a
God.
can.
Is
like
that
the lump crab meat.
cucumber?
And then the cucumber is a hothouse cube. So it's the
I
one
love
you can keep the
hothouse
skin on.
cucumbers. I love them.
Yeah. Why
They're
work?
kind of like an English cucumber, but a little bit different. But I
No, basically
love.
they're the same thing from the produce biz,
Yeah, you're the produce queen.
produce
You know.
crazy maniac.
Wow, that is really great.
That one was my fave.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
prime gun Mavaroast for Top Gun. I went with a prime rib roast because top of the line meat for top of the line fighters.
Yes, absolutely.
And but I made the joke that they were all about the need for speed. But if you want a good prime rib, you have to go slow and right. Like you can't just rush
Right.
that.
No, you cannot.
And
My
it was,
Ziana makes really good like roasts.
oh, this
Lena's
was,
mom.
I never ever made a prime rib before. And but
It's not
I didn't,
as easy as people think, right?
no, actually it was pretty easy, but it's the getting the temperature right because I'm not a rare person as far as eating steak.
Me
And
neither.
yeah, but yet you want it medium rare and it's not like bloody and dead.
And it's
It-
not like they had a volleyball scene in this movie.
Wait,
They did
Leo,
football, right?
Leo, come back, please.
Yeah.
He's so sneaky.
Snuck in and out.
Leo, what did you mean by that? If you haven't seen the movie.
In the first movie, they had a volleyball scene, didn't they?
Yes.
Oh, was that like sexy for you, Leo?
Oh, that was
you
what's his
enjoyed
name?
that?
And
John
these
Cleese.
guys back, well, how was it, 25 years ago?
Yeah.
All of us were in a different life than 25 years ago. But yeah,
Okay, so they didn't have a volleyball scene in this.
no.
No, they had a football scene, I want to say, on the beach though, right?
Meh.
I don't remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
exactly. Exactly.
Leo's expectations were really high.
No,
Yeah, there
it
wasn't-
was
first one.
that the meat in that scene did not compare to the meat that you made.
Yes.
Okay, so Gene Craigie says everything. Yeah, well, I assumed you would. That is a kooky movie.
Yes.
I did love the people in it, but the movie itself was bizarre.
I watched it twice to get it.
Yeah,
but to
you
really
know what?
love it.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening.
Yes.
And that
And
did the posters,
Nancy
Danielle.
Pizzotti says yummy. Now, is that the roast?
That's the roast. So
Oh
it's
my
that rare, and
God.
I don't care for rare, but on this, it's amazing because it's not. I don't know what it is. Like the color stays, but it's not like as pink as it looks as far as the taste or the texture.
Right.
I don't get it. But I neglected to say what the theme was for this year.
Please.
The theme is hotel buffet brunch. And that's why, like, there's always a carving station. It's like some weird amalgamation of breakfast and dinner at these
Okay.
hotel
Yes, you're right.
brunches. So that's how everything fits into the theme.
Oh wow! Now, Danielle asked, "Did you do these posters?" But no,
No.
Annette, you do these posters,
I do
right?
the posters, yeah.
Mhm.
Is that incredible? I mean, I'm glad that you asked, Danielle, because as it's going through, I'm always so impressed. And I know that Annette does them, but I guess we should tell people that Annette does all these posters. Annette is incredibly talented.
I'm a little
Okay.
nuts. Oh, of course, this
I'm
one.
staying on for this one.
Oh, Leo came up with this. I just put it out on Facebook. Help me, help me. And he just another like blatant like fingerling potatoes. Oh my God, that's my favorite. Wait, because and when people hadn't seen the movie, the joke was they didn't get how funny it was. Fingerlings.
Oh my God!
So since everyone was giving everyone the finger, we may as well continue the trend.
I love it. So, what did you
Delicious.
put in these fingerling potatoes?
Thyme, and I don't mean the TikTok kind.
Yeah.
Thyme, onions, and just the fingerlings. It was just a simple roasted potato.
Oh, I love that. But
wasn't
I
going
love a good
crazy.
roasted potato.
And stereotypically for Ireland. So,
Yes, of course.
keeping it around. But they were, I mean, when he said fingerlings, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and Danielle said that's how you make potatoes Italian. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So a little bit of garlic, a little oil, a little onion. My mother used to do those all the time.
Oh, yeah.
my
My
God.
mother always did the sweets with the whites. And then she'd throw in a white sweet potato to throw you off.
Oh, wow. I love that.
A little mystery potato.
Oh
But
my
yeah, these
God.
were great. And it's all Leo. I would not have thought, I don't think it would have, it didn't occur to me. I didn't know what I was going to do. But obviously something
Wow.
finger. Knee jerk reaction is chicken finger. But I was like, I
Right,
can't do
right.
that. Didn't make sense for it. But then he said that. I was like, idiot. That's perfect.
Oh my God. Danielle said, give him the finger. Irish and Italians are both happy.
Oh,
That
you
is
know it,
true.
girl.
That's beautiful. Wow.
Totally
Those
true.
are just okay. So go ahead.
No diet with this Western bunt. Now, again,
I
my
mean,
ex
come
came
on.
up with this. He didn't come up with the bunt part. He came up with, he said, no diet on the Western front. And I was like, no diet's hysterical because I want to make a cake. I wanted to make it a bunt cake. And there is no diet when you're eating cake.
No.
So that cake turned out to be, and the whole thing about it was going to be that they're in the trench, so it had to be chocolate. And then I thought there'd be well, the trench would be the raspberry, but and this is a happy accident. So I did it. I put half the batter in my pan and I put the raspberry and then I put the batter. And when I went to lift it up, it was like, oh my God, what is this liquid? And it came out like I didn't design that. I mean, I put the raspberries, but the jam just came out in this beautiful cavalcade of like gorgeous sweeping raspberry delight.
Wow.
So
That's a happy accident, as they call it.
unbelievable. I was like, this is so great. And the taste is there. And the chocolate cake has coffee in it. Like I used a cup and a half of espresso. So it has a richer
Wow.
flavor.
Oh my God, that sounds phenomenal.
It's a really good, again, I'm amazed when things come out because I have an idea in my head. And then
Yeah.
when I can put it together, I'm more amazed than anybody.
Oh my God.
It really, that was a good one.
Fantastic.
And then, raspberry, so it's healthy, right? Raspberries.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the raspberry part. Yeah.
Elvis, this was hard.
I got my Elvis shirt on tonight because of this.
Oh, look at you.
I
Hung
love
on to
I
Burn in
love that
Love.
movie. I thought it was really, really good.
I thought it was great. I love the way Baz Luhrmann shoots. His movies are beautiful.
Yes.
And I just can't stand when people want to pick movie names that are only one word. That ruins my life. So I was like, what can I do? And then I came up with Elvice. He had vices. And one of those was food. And peanut butter, bacon, and banana was his favorite sandwich. I also found out he liked monkey bread. So in this case, I made little individual monkey breads of bacon, banana, and peanut butter. And I put little crowns because he's the king.
He's the king. Annette, I am completely blown away by this menu.
And those are really good because we stuffed the piece of banana in the bowls.
Oh my God. So that's got bacon. That's monkey bread with bacon?
Yeah, the bacon bits are like sprinkled on top. So you take the little pieces of
Oh
dough,
my God.
you shove a
Annette.
piece of banana in, make the ball, throw it in the thing, put some butter and peanut butter together, pour it over, throw the bacon bits in.
You make it
mesh
sound
up.
easy. It's not. You're like, shove it in, put it there.
But that's all it is.
Upside down.
I'm a lazy person, ironically. It doesn't look like I am, but if the
You're
recipe's
not,
too
Annette.
complicated, I'm not making it.
These
Not.
are phenomenal. I
They were
love
good.
monkey bread, by the way. I love it.
I have to admit, on Sunday night, I didn't have the patience to do that, so I made like a big monkey bread. So,
Yes.
and people seem to enjoy it.
Oh
Tart.
my
This movie, honestly, I found it. The story in my head is better because I, in my head, edited it closer.
Right.
And so I was bored watching it, but in retrospect, I liked it in my head. And she's great. But for Tar, which is black Tar, I
Yeah.
did Tart because she's a tart. She was
Right.
very tart, and she tarnished her reputation. And I
Oh,
have that here as well.
wow.
This is a blackberry curd tart or a blackberry tart with notes of lemon. And it has a hazelnut crust. And then I sprinkled a little hazelnut dust on top with some lemon zest.
Oh
And
my God.
This, I have to say, is shocking because I never made a curd before. And it is easy to make. You make it on the stove. And then you just throw it in the refrigerator after you make the crust. I had never done a pre-baked thing. So the first time I did it, I didn't pre-bake the crust. I just threw it in and overcooked the curd. And it tasted delicious anyway, but it just looked weird. So we redid it, figured it out. And I've now made, well, my sister was making them. I had her on Curd Patrol.
Yeah,
But-
Rena said that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Annette.
Thank
Oh
you,
my
Rena.
God.
And because it looked so weird the first time and I didn't have time and I was shooting the video, I was like, get those blackberries. Where's that dust? Like, how can I hide the cake? And then it turns out that was the beautiful way I wanted to show it.
Wow.
Happy accident.
Happy accident.
how
Incredible.
it-
Peanut
but
butter banana
It's
is awesome.
so delicious. I can't get over it.
Oh
I'm
my
really like
God.
now a raspberry curry. A raspberry.
I'm back to these. I'm back to these though. This so far, I mean, I love so much. I always love everything you do, but this has really blown my mind.
It's
This
good
Elvis
and easy,
dessert.
and really is easy. You don't have to make your own dough. You could just buy the biscuit dough yourself and just go bing, and then it's just
Oh
bananas.
my
And
God, I love it. And
you can even
John
buy the
said
bacon bits that are
peanut
real
butter and
bacon,
banana. Oh, right, right.
so you
Yeah,
don't
you
have to work
can.
so hard.
Peanut butter banana is awesome, said John. Mandar says, I love the captions. Yeah, that's what Annette is famous for. And Dee said, Annette needs to be snapped up by a hotel next year to make their Oscar Sunday brunch menu. Annette should have her own show. And
Yeah.
she said, beautifully stylized.
Thank
Annette does
you.
have, Annette, let's take a second. Do you have anything else? Or I don't want to
No,
jump on.
I don't know
Okay.
what Leo's. I'm just going by with Leo's running
Okay.
the show.
Well, okay, Leo, keep going. I just want to make sure we promo Annette's other stuff.
Oh,
Okay, the book. Go ahead, Leo.
Leo, you're running it. You're on the
Just
case.
run it. Okay. So
Oh, and Maria, when you see Maria and I next to each other, yes, we look related, but no, we're
everybody
not.
thinks, yes,
She's my
everybody thinks
cousin.
we're cousins.
I've
Everybody.
decided.
And when we take a picture together, we really look alike. as
Really
opposed to
weird. Yes.
this.
If I don't
Okay,
have my glasses on, I don't know who's who.
all right. So Kitsch,
That's the
I want to
website.
really direct you guys to Kitsch Annette. And for our radio listeners or podcast listeners, I'm going to spell it. Kitch, and then the name Annette. Annette. Kitsch Annette. If you go to her YouTube channel, Kitchenette is on YouTube. If you go to kitchenette.com, you're not going to believe the stuff that you will see. And Annette, you have a book on Amazon or
Correct.
your own website, right? So if they go to your website, they can get your book?
If they go to my website, it'll direct them to the Amazon. I only sell it on Amazon, but my website obviously shows
Okay.
it.
And if you go to Amazon, you will get Annette's book. I have it. I bought one for Rena as well, for my cousin Rena. And I think I bought one for my sister. I can't remember. I bought 3. But
It might be coming
so
out fresh again next year because next year's 30 years that I've been doing
well,
it.
that's the thing. You got to tell us, and we'll get one. We'll all get one, and we'll get a bunch of them.
We'll all put the book over our nether regions and we'll make a different kind of calendar.
Oh wow, nether region. I love that. I love that. Oh
Cracking
my
myself
God.
up.
Yeah, it's just incredible. I can't say enough about the book, and your YouTube channel, and you have a very nice way of presenting,
Oh, I thank you.
for sure.
It's fun
And the
to do.
lighting's, yeah. Well, not for everybody. Some people would, most people wouldn't know what the hell to do. It's fun to do, but you have to know what you're doing. And you
Well, I
really
hope I
do.
make it easy because I'm not into hard recipes. It's like the curd crust thing is you have to do the crust and you have to do the curd. That's as far as I'm going. Like
Yeah.
2-step kind of things and then drag them together and they're
Yeah,
that
but you
good.
make them look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What did Mandar say the first time? Can you go back? He said, we need to lounge on the
kitchenette
kitchenette sofa. Yes.
Oh, yes,
everybody
right over
sees-
here. It's lovely.
Yeah, Annette's apartment is to die for.
Thank you.
She has my Oscar nomination for sure.
I love you,
what?
Mandar. You're trying to be in
Mandar,
the will and you're getting there.
I know.
better hold
Mandar
on
is so cute. Remember that, you guys, do you remember the day that Rena came to town? She was here for some kind of conference or something, or work thing. And we all met at a spoon fed. Billy Goffey was playing the piano.
Yes.
Leo, you were still here. You still lived here.
Yeah, we were singing.
And
that was like the last day or something. Leo was leaving. Like, I feel like
leaving?
quick
It was in the
after
last week or something like that.
that. Yeah.
What a fun night that was. And
was nice.
Mandar was there as well. When we took some really great pictures. And I just loved that night. That was a wonderful night. Right?
Every night hanging out with you, though, was a wonderful night.
I feel the same way. I feel the
That's how it
same way.
goes.
So we're hoping that Leo can make it here in May. We're checking out airfare. I know, Leo, because trust me. It's so expensive. And we both got slammed in taxes this year. So what are you going to do? Beautifully stylized, says Danielle.
Thank you, Danielle.
And let me see if we missed anybody. 30 years. Wow, says Rena. Yes. Can you believe that?
I started as a child.
She started as a child star. Like, what do they call that? Chop Junior. She was like Oscar Menus Junior.
Oh my God. I was rolling meatballs at 5 years old.
You told me that. I
catering
love
job.
that story. I love that story because your family was in the catering business. And that's how, that's what you learn. You learn what your parents teach you.
Yeah,
and you
and it's
just
just
roll with it.
well, did they teach us or they just told us what to do like they're little slaves? That's
You
how
know
it really
what?
went.
You know what? It's true. It's kind of like here, you do this, I'm gonna while I do that. They showed you.
Exactly.
My mother was really good about showing me how she did something, and then she'd be like, "Okay, you take over, and I'm gonna start this." But I
Right.
loved it. I love the responsibility.
Grandmas are
Yes.
like that. I think
Yeah,
grandmas are like that. That's how I
Yeah.
learned how to cook,
your
my
grandma.
flavors. Yeah.
And that's the best thing like you can teach people is if you don't cook, cook just for the sake of any kids in your life because that is really a connection and your olfactory senses are your strongest and I think then your taste senses. And
Right.
when you taste something that's from your childhood, you know what happens to us. We
Yes,
all
we go
just fall
back.
back. In fact, a new site that I own but I haven't done anything with but I'm going to is called Yummeries. And it's
Ooh.
so I want to make it a whole thing for dishes and people's family recipes
Oh my
and
god.
how you remember everything through your senses through
Annette,
tasting.
that's incredible. As soon as you start doing that, let us know, and we'll. Uh,
Absolutely.
oh, I love that. See, I love that we're all connected with this, and we can all contribute to stuff. It's just amazing. I want to go back to what you were saying about with kids and being around and doing things. My cousin Rena, who is an amazing cook and an amazing baker, amazing. Always every year around Christmas time has like Zia Rena's cooking, I mean baking day, and all her nieces
Aw.
and nephews come over, and it's like just amazing. It's amazing, and now there's like a little one, there's a little grandniece, and it's just so cute, and they all like contribute. And during COVID, what we all did as a family is we all met on Zoom, and everybody was baking.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That was
That's so
really, really
fun.
great. Rena, that was Rena's idea.
And the thing about that too is like Leo, you grew up with a different flavor profile than I did. Maria and I probably
Yeah,
same
very
kitchen.
similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
so if I make one of your dishes, I'm spending time with you. And
Absolutely.
that's what is important about recipes and because food is what we all have to do every day anyway to live.
Mhm.
So you make it joyful for yourself and bring in the people that you love who you are not around. And the
Okay.
best you can do, like, if you're going to be in California, send me a damn recipe, man.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, this is really important. I want to read this. This is so special. Danielle, who is our friend, who is I know we kind of skipped over it tonight because we got bombarded with so many things, but Danielle is our friend. She's a spiritual medium. She's a healer. She's a teacher. She reads cards. She does spirit animals. She does everything. I had a quantum session with Danielle and it was mind blowing and really actually changed my life because it really like kind of, I felt like I was off and it kind of aligned me spiritually and with the just my higher power and it felt great. It feels great. So I can't say enough about Danielle. Go to D's Enlightened Edits, but DAMCL designs.com. That's Danielle's website. And if you go there, all the different things will be there. She
How do I say
said,
it?
What did she say?
Damsel designs.
that's what Leo says, damsel designs. I love that. And what she said was, it's beautiful. Spirits often bring up food. Those memories certainly last beyond this world. It's why so many cultures offer food items in devotion to their deities and past loved ones.
And a
I
lot of
love that.
tequila. Woohoo!
Oh,
Okay, you
baby.
see, but that's a taste thing.
Mhm.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
For Dias de los Muertos. There's a
so,
lot of grave sites
That's
in
from over
May,
there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there's the whole, does the Mexican culture go to the cemetery
They go to the
and
cemetery.
celebrate?
But so do the Chinese.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Chinese also go to the cemetery and visit their
oh,
relative. I mean, a
and
lot
the
of cultures
Italians,
do.
forget about it. The Italians, you
I
have
got
to.
them right over here. I don't have to go anywhere.
I love that. I love that. I know. I'm going to do the same thing. But anyway, we were talking about something. I got a little sidetracked, but so oh, I know what I was going to say because Danielle was saying about the food items. As a matter of fact, when Frank Sinatra died, he was from Hoboken. They said that people went to his childhood home and put all kinds of bread and pastries out there. So
Oh,
that
like they're
makes
visiting.
yeah. When he
Mhm.
passed away, that as offering. So I guess that is what you're talking about. And you
Yeah.
see that all the time. It's pretty amazing, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. It's just what we do. It's, I could say
Mhm.
5 different things to 5 different people, and that's going to be the memory of a person to them. And
Yes,
not even that, you don't have to be dead. That's the other thing. It's alive people too.
absolutely. The pastries that we like, the Italian pastries, I know which ones who liked, like my grandfather loved sfogliatelle, like my mother
Oh,
liked Napoleons, like different people love different things. So you
My
just
grandma
remember.
liked the puerquito and pan dulce, the sweet breads. There was always
ooh.
one that was shaped like a little piggy.
Oh,
And my grandma and grandpa used to like those ones.
oh
That's okay.
wow.
Make those and
Yeah.
let's do that for a go ahead, keep eating.
Yes, absolutely. So Annette, um, thank you for joining us tonight. This hour has flown by. That's why I'm like, we don't need any other guests. Annette can cover the whole hour. Now let me ask you, of all the things you made this year, what did you love the best? What was something you're like, I'm gonna make that again?
Well, the avocado soup beyond belief. And clearly I already made another tart. Like that tart is really dangerous. And just the idea of the hazelnut like crust, that is
Wow.
so I was kind of I actually here's another lazy secret. When I had done a couple of years ago for Call Me by Your Name, I did Call Me Peach a Flame.
Mhm.
And and I did an almond crust with an almond custard. So it was an almond
Thank God.
crostado with peaches flambe on top. And because you had to do peaches.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
Those are
it's
the dangerous ones for me, though. When you use a nut crust, you
oh,
alienate those of us that are allergic to nuts,
Oh, you're
unfortunately.
allergic. I
oh,
always
honey.
Yeah,
forget. I
yeah.
Well,
always
we just have
forget.
to come up with an
So
alternative
I
crust
would,
for
I
you, which
would,
I have.
I would eat 3 slices of that hazelnut before I asked you, "Are there nuts in this thing? Let me get out this slice before I go to the hospital,
What is
please."
that interesting nutty texture?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think of that. And I guess I should. You know who else is allergic to nuts? I think is Frenchie, our friend
Huh.
Eric Eves Garcia.
I mean, you guys are okay, but all the other nuts, I can't
Right,
really,
Yeah,
you
right.
we're a
know.
different kind of
You guys, yeah,
nut.
you guys are okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I
But the
mean,
names,
after all, my initials are in the middle of crazy.
That's true.
that's true. A and Z. Oh my God. So Annette, before we go, you told us a really great story before we went on the
Oh
air.
yeah.
I
Oh, about
noticed the picture behind you. I said, that is an amazing picture. And you said there's a great story with that picture. So can you
yes,
share that
the
with us,
pink
please?
thing.
Yeah.
That is so I love Grace and Frankie. Wait, let me get my head out of the way. I love Grace and Frankie, and I was watching an episode, season 4, episode 4, and Frankie's working on a still life. And I noticed I was like, that would be fun and whimsical. And there's a lot of accents of raspberry in my house. So I said, that would be great in my house. I'm going to go to the website of the artist who does all of Frankie's work, Nancy Rosen, and I'm going to see if there's a print. And she wrote back to me and said there was no print, but she'd be happy to make one for me. And I said, I don't even know if that I can afford that. She was like, I want to make it for you. You pay what you can. And she made me, and when she found out the wall was a big wall, she's like, do you mind if I make it bigger? And I have this beautiful artwork on my wall now. On the back of the piece, she wrote, Annette, I loved making this for you. Love Nancy Rosen. And in fact, I owe her a phone call because I didn't know how I was going to frame it. She's like, just give me a call. We'll have a conversation about it. So,
Wow.
number one, you should go to her website and look at all her art because it is amazing. And I think it's
Nancy Rosen. Is it?
nrosen.com, but I'm not really sure. But her name's Nancy Rosen. She's, if you liked Grace and Frankie, her artwork
Oh, I
is
love
all over that show. And she has really interesting
Nancy
pieces
Rosen.
that run the gamut of price lines. Like, like
Wow.
they go from like $100, $200 to like almost $5,000. So depending on where
Wow.
you are, the size and everything. And that she did that, like, I love it. And when it showed up, I was so excited. She was so excited that it was still a little damp. I had to let it dry some more. And we were like, I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's amazing. And it was exactly what I wanted it to be. And I love a whimsical still life. Because it's still life. And they're
Yes.
apples, and apples are the seeds of life, which
Oh, I love
sideline
this.
roses are from the apple family.
Really?
Yep. So there's another fun thing.
Wow. Well, speaking of roses, your calendar, Annette also has a calendar for her business.
Oh.
It's beautiful. Annette did it's all food. Annette did
Next
all
to
the food.
my,
I love it.
yeah,
I
the
love
roses
that.
come up. Wait,
And
oh,
I
that was
have
last
your
month.
calendar in my kitchen.
Oh yeah, and you're talking about that.
Oh, God, look at that. Annette made that and then photographed it and then put the recipe there. And it's
Yeah.
incredible.
And that's the kind of bouquet I would prefer over flowers because
Wow.
you get to eat it. Back to the eating thing again. But
Oh
yeah,
my
and that's
God.
even easy. It's not hard, people.
Wow.
That's just rolling a little dough.
Well,
That's
I
not
just
too
want to, I mean, this has been an amazing show, as it always is when Annette joins us. And hold on a
Is that
second.
your phone
She's
already?
calling me. I'm going to answer it. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Oh my
no.
goodness.
I know. Oh my God. Hold on.
You are
Poopa,
a
the show's
woman.
still going, honey. The show is still going. There's Judy. It's
Hey!
almost over. I'll call you right back. Or stay on. Stay
Well,
on.
stay on.
Okay. So we have come to the end of our show. I am so happy that Annette could join us. Thank you, Annette, for everything. I'm so happy
Thank
Judy
you.
could join us. And of course, Leo as Leo
Leo
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Oh, Judy's doing it too. Okay. And Judy's going to be on the show in a few weeks. We're going to, we like to educate. We don't hate, we educate. And we cannot say enough about everybody coming every week. Thank you for joining us. Please go to Amazon.com and look up Kitch Annette Oscar menus. This book is so worth it. You're going to love it. And go to Annette's website and check her out and say hello to Annette. And thank you, everybody. We love and appreciate you. We'll see you next
Love
week.
you.
Say good night, Judy.
Good night, Judy.